Hello and welcome to the DFS_PhD show for today, the 12th of August. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Recently, I snapped wait, what was that? I thought I sniped, Showdown maybe? Oh, it was NFL. I sniped a $100 ticket yesterday in the Trey Lance Bowl, where you're supposed to pick Trey Lance, and some people didn't, and I don't understand why they didn't pick Trey Lance. Whittington was the other guy who, man, he looked great out there. That was fun to see. As always, we're sponsored by PredictionStrike. Please use promo code PhD to get their best deposit match deal. These are the four guys I chose this weekend. Didn't go great, 50-50. So obviously you don't make money doing that. Okay, so I looked back at a prior slate. This is last Monday's slate, which was the exact same size in terms of number of games. And game runs out. Sim runs out. Painful. And so basically, okay, it's not showing it anymore. But the winner had a crazy lineup that left a ton of money on the table. Actual score, what do we have to do to see it? It left 2,000 on the table when I was looking at this like 1 second ago, when I was prepping this 1 second ago. Okay. Well, I don't know why it's not doing this anymore, but I have to give up on it. And move on to today's slate. I leave money on the table on swaps was the point. I don't leave money on the table when I'm doing my main build. I leave like $200 because it's pretty efficient. This is pretty late in the season. But when you're doing swaps, make sure to use your full 5,000, however many lineups you can build in your situation. Yeah, and take maximum advantage of that. Doesn't look like we have very much weather to worry about today, so phew, won't worry about that. I did, as always, use Ballpark Pal as one of my main members of Council of Dudes, the only one today. Boy, this thing sure is running slow today. That's going to be awesome. Okay, so let me talk about the dudes I'm going with today for pitchers. I'm limiting my pitchers, first of all. These are limited to 40%. I don't like going more than that on a pitcher, and I don't think there's that much between some of these top guys like Snell, Sale, Gill, Pfaadt, and Peralta. Any one of those guys could have an amazing game, right? We all agree on it. And two of them are much lower. Three of them are way lower owned than the other guys, more than like 25% lower owned. So I got to force them into the lineup a little bit. I took a shot on Clayton Kershaw, maybe three, fine. I'm a Dodgers homer. We all know I'm a Dodgers homer. Besides that, Arizona, ballpark palace on them. I'll take some shots. I like their lineup right now. Yankees, even though I'm projecting them for fewer runs than the field, I still get to a fair amount of them. Kansas City, solid. But beyond that, that's basically it. I want those three to pan out, and that's what I'm counting on. And yeah, I can show you the projected runs. The guys I really nerfed were San Francisco and Atlanta. Other things we sometimes talk about are which pitchers did I do a big leverage play on negatively? Pablo Lopez and Kershaw. So even though I was like, oh, I'm a big Dodgers homer, I'm taking very limited amounts of Kershaw relative to the field, which I guess remembers a different guy. He's old now, and he's been old for a while. And if he does well today, great. Let me eat my words and we can have a win. But it's a kind of, when a pitcher gets old enough, you're like, let me have a crack at him, Like Kershaw's getting old enough, let me have a crack at him, see what happens, you know what I mean? Like I could hit middle school pitching. I don't know if he's there yet, but it ain't that great anymore, and I'm not comfortable having my heart and everything on the same page on this one. So we're not going to be high on Kershaw. And we're not high on Pablo. That's more of the opponent, right? Like I'm a little higher on Kansas City as a hitter. So not always consequently. Sometimes I'll also be on the pitcher just in case, or because I think it's a good match. They're a good high strikeout guy, but Pablo's kind of a house of cards guy, can come tumbling down. And yeah, I don't need to be there. I left Blalock in this pool. I'm not sure if he's going to be in most people's pool. I'm playing 200 lineups though. Colorado pitcher away from Colorado is going to just have a bunch of box score watchers worried about his pitching, and it's a good situation. I mean, you saw Arizona's like my top stack, right? So that's mostly what's going on here, right? This is an 8%. Oh, don't be dead, don't be dead, don't be dead. If Arizona goes 0 points for 6 innings, then I've got an alternative. Oh yeah, I got to consider that again in a second. All right. Yeah, right. I do have some chores to do as well. So I'm gonna just leave it there and say, remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough. And gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be